Where to find adventure, day or night, between the pages of a book sounds just right. Reading's fundamental, a cool thing to do. Many different worlds will open to you. Come into our nook and grab a book and go where reading takes you.
Hello! Welcome to Reading with Cici, where reading is fundamental and fun for the mental. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all are safe and sound in quarantine during this unusual time in our world. My librarian, Miss Sherry, came up with the list of 101 picture books that every child should read. I think that the month of April is the perfect time to go through these books. I'll give you a list of 25 books for the first 3 weeks and 26 books for the 4th week. Hopefully, we'll be coming out of the month of April having read 101 books and hopefully coming out of quarantine as well. Let's begin. The first book is A Splendid Friend Indeed by Suzanne Bloom. In this book, Bear likes to read and write and think, like me. Goose wants to talk and talk and talk, like me. These two animals are so different. Can they really be friends? Book number 2, and I'm sure you've heard this phrase before. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. The smallest one was Madeline. That's right, number 2 is Madeline by Ludwig Bellmans. Number 3 is Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. It's about a bunny at bedtime who says good night to everything around. In The Mitten by Jan Brett, little Nicky drops his white mitten in the snow and he doesn't even realize it. So different woodland animals like a mole, a rabbit, a badger, they get bigger and bigger, start to get in the mitten. I wonder if Nicky will ever get that back. Number 5 is a book by Eric Carle called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In this book, the caterpillar eats his way through the book before he transforms into a beautiful butterfly. In number 6, by Lucy Cousins, Macy goes to the library to have a quiet read, but her giggling friends just might get in the way of that. In Freight Train by Donald Cruz, he describes the inner workings of a large cargo train. This is one of my favorites. Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin. Farmer Brown has a problem with typing cows and their demands. I wonder if he'll be able to meet them. And number 9, Color Zoo by Lois Ehlert. She introduces colors, shapes, and animals. This is a perfect book for preschoolers. Number 10 is Go Away, Big Green Monster by Ed Emberley. This fun book helps kids to overcome their fear of monsters. Number 11 is Bark George by Jules Pfeiffer. When George's mother tells him to bark, he meows and oink oink. What kind of dog can't bark? And The 3 Billy Goats Gruff by Paul Galdone. 3 young billy goats need to cross the bridge to get to the meadow on the other side. However, a mean troll lives under the bridge and he loves billy goats for dinner. Number 13 is Llama Llama Red Pajama by Anna Dewdney. When his mama llama tucks him in, baby llama immediately starts worrying. Will she come back before he stirs himself into a frenzy? In Kitten's First Full Moon by Kevin Henkes, Kitten is hungry, brave, fast, persistent, unlucky, and lucky. What a night. Number 15 is Rosie's Walk by Pat Hutchins. Rosie the hen goes about her barnyard business as usual. What she doesn't know is there's a greedy, hungry fox watching her every move. Number 16 is Whistle for Willie by Ezra Jack Keats. Peter wants to learn to whistle so he can call for his dog Willie. Can you whistle? I've tried. Maybe one day I'll get it right. Number 17 is The Story of Ferdinand. I read this a long time ago and it is the sweetest story. All the other bulls would run and jump and butt their heads together, but Ferdinand would rather sit and smell the flowers. One day, a bumblebee and some men from the Madrid bullfights come, and they want to see what kind of stuff Ferdinand really has up his sleeve. And number 18, Froggy Gets Dressed by Jonathan London. Froggy wants to play in the snow, but he's having a hard time getting dressed. Will he be able to pull his winter wardrobe together? Number 19 is Lion and the Mouse, retold by Jerry Pinkney. This is an Aesop fable, and you all should know that I love Aesop fables. A mouse mistakenly disturbs a lion who lets him go. Turns out the mouse returns the favor in a big way. Number 20 is The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. We're going to read that one for the month of April also. Peter Rabbit's mother has warned them not to go in Mr. McGregor's garden. Do you think Peter listens? Or his sisters? His sisters listen, but Peter on the other hand, well, he's a mischievous little bunny. Number 21 is Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. The zookeeper tells Gorilla goodnight, but Gorilla's not sleepy. He'd rather follow the zookeeper on his rounds and let all of the other animals out of their cages. Sounds fun. Number 22 is also by Peggy Rathman, Officer Buckle and Gloria. Officer Buckle knows more about safety than anyone in town, but no one wants to listen to him. But when the police department buys a dog named Gloria, she has her own way of demonstrating safety tips. Number 23 is Duck on a Bike by David Shannon. A duck on a bike, that's right. The sheep, the horse, the chicken, and the goat, everyone has something to say about this duck's crazy idea. Number 24 is Sheep in a Jeep by Nancy Shaw. A flock of sheep drive through the country in this rhyming picture book. That sounds fun. And number 25 is Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Max causes so much chaos in his home that he's sent to bed without supper. His bedroom transforms into a jungle and he sails to the island of the wild things. They crown him king, but soon Max wants to go home. Will the wild things let their new king go? There you have it. That's our first 25 for the month of April. Thank you all so much for joining me. Remember to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned to more wonderful stories, poems, and book suggestions I want to share with you. And remember, when you're looking for adventure and something fun to do, just open a book and go where reading takes you. Bye!